Hi, this is Dr. Mohebi from Parsa Mohebi Hair Restoration. We have a female hair restoration today. It's a strip procedure. It's around 2,400 grafts to restore the corners and the temporal point, different in female than in male patient. I've seen this patient for a couple of years now. She came to me with typical male pattern hair loss that we see it in women. That's actually the most common cause of hair loss in women. The testosterone and DHE that we have referred her to an endocrinologist and have been evaluated. This is how she was when she came to see me early on, about 4 years ago. See how corners are receded, the hair was thinning out in front, and she did not have a solid hair. We're done with local anesthesia. We call it ring block. We numb around the scalp, and the patient is going to be totally numb when we remove the strip of the scalp.
Just a little, right over here. Oh, perfect.
The strip of the skin, it's almost out. We do it sequentially. We call it sequential strip removal. Removal allows the surgeon to remove half of the strip and leave the remaining in, so we don't have to remove everything. Skin that was removed with hair, we keep the hair long, and we're going to harvest the grafts under microscope, and they're going to be transplanted on the balding area. Video closure, that's something that I invented, and we have to remove the hair that are distally transected. 2 or 3 hair here, you see that these distal ends are transected, meaning that they're part of the strip, and these representing hairs are eventually going to find that little edge. This is a very detailed procedure that minimizes the visibility of the scar after procedure. Do the same thing for different areas to make sure our final scar is going to be as minimally visible as possible. You have to do it on one side, one edge of the wound, and that's good enough. The other edge, when one edge has partial transection, the other side doesn't. With staples in most cases. The scalp closure with staple has the advantage of not having the suture marks. Road signs that sometimes you see on old scars. You don't want to have any of those here. Obviously, female patient. We have corners to be fully dense, and the humps, areas or humps to be completely restored, but with a lower density. These are the singles. We start with single hairs in the front. The natural hairline should have only single hairs, following by 2s and 3s on the back and corner. What you see here is a male pattern hair loss in a female patient. Obviously, we're going to fill all those corners, but the front, we're going to bring it even lower, more feminine. This is like a more conservative hairline, but below that, we're creating these humps that some women have it. 60% of women have some degrees of humps, more or less, so that makes the face more feminine, and they can frame the face better. The single hairline is going to be a little bit broader in her case because her hair is nice and coarse, but on the front we want to have that single layer a little bit more thick, so 2s and 3s won't show themselves as pluggy in the back. This area, and as we go up, the angle of hair will change and become more of a pointing to front. Made all of our sites, and now our technicians, 3 of them are placing the grafts on 2 sides and on the middle. There's a good teamwork going on, and the hairline is already forming, and by the end of the day we're going to have a 1 or 2 centimeter hair everywhere that we transplant. I'm sorry, I'm blocking your view. One more procedure is over. We did a female hair transplant and restored the front, corners, and temporal point. The plan was to get 2,400 grafts, and we got 2,376 grafts. These are her picture right before she left, straight from my camera. Front with reasonable density, with nice feminine hairline. Temporal points were nicely filled on both sides, and on corners we went back and covered the areas that she was receding. That was a FUT female hair transplant from Parsa Mohebi Hair Restoration. We'll talk to you with another video soon.